In Tokyo's old downtown, a sweet aroma drifts along the main shopping street. There are two wagashi shops that have long been fierce rivals, Tachibana-ya and Sakurado. Everyone around here knows they're like cats and dogs. Whenever their successors meet, a heated argument always breaks out.
Here they go again?
Yep, the two who just can't get along are at it once more.
So you released another weird, unorthodox wagashi, huh?
Huh? Look who's talking. All you do is cling to that rock-hard, old-school yoken like it's something amazing.
That's tradition.
And this is evolution.
Evolution? Ha! All you're doing is tossing away the soul of wagashi.
And all you're doing is stubbornly clinging to the past.
Shizuka Tachibana, 27. An heir to Tachibana-ya, she's proud of her craft and puts tradition above all else. Tough-minded and stubborn to the core. Ken Sakura, 28. The free-spirited heir of Sakurado, he constantly churns out new products, an unconventional innovator. These two ended up with booths right next to each other at the shopping district's Wagashi Fair, of all things.
Unbelievable.
Hey, don't glare over at my booth. All right, folks. Presenting Sakurado's newest creation, Cream Dorayaki, a perfect fusion of Japanese and Western tastes, popular with all ages.
How blasphemous.
Shizuka folds her arms and glares at Ken, but the passers-by seem used to this scene by now.
Yep, they're at it again.
Still, both of their wagashi are pretty darn good.
After the event, the shopping street settles back into silence. While cleaning up their booths, the two glance at each other now and then.
Well, we did get a decent crowd.
That's because my yoken was selling so well.
No, it's totally because people loved the Cream Dorayaki.
They look like they're about to start fighting again, but then they hear some chatter coming from further down the street that stops them in their tracks.
Hey, I heard they're putting up a big supermarket around here soon.
What?
A big supermarket?
Shocked by this unexpected news, Shizuka and Ken exchange silent glances. Night falls on the shopping district, and things are quiet. The fair booths have been taken down, leaving only the soft glow of lanterns lighting the street. Shizuka Tachibana lets out a sigh, arms folded. Looking across at Sakurado, she notices Ken standing outside, also sighing.
Hey, do you think that rumor is true?
Yeah, seems legit. A big supermarket's going up nearby.
The air between them is tense as always, but beneath that is a hint of shared unease.
If that's true, this street's definitely gonna lose a lot of customers.
Like your shop can dodge the impact?
Shizuka doesn't answer. Tachibana-ya is steeped in tradition, but it struggles to appeal to younger customers. With a big supermarket close by, people can get everything from snacks to daily groceries in one place. Fewer folks will bother coming to the old shopping street. In the shopping district's meeting room, the local shopkeepers have gathered. A wide tatami-floored space is occupied by a produce seller, a fishmonger, a dried goods shop owner, and the head of the shopping district. The chairman speaks up, wearing a serious expression.
As most of you know, a big supermarket is about to be built right nearby. If we don't do something, we'll lose a lot of foot traffic.
This place has gotten a lot quieter compared to the old days. Once that supermarket opens, it's going to get even tougher.
Exactly. That's why we gotta figure out some kind of plan.
Here's the idea. At the next shopping district fair, we'll come up with a new promotion. We need a signature product that'll draw people in, something that can compete with a big supermarket.
A signature product?
That's right. And I especially want you and Ken from Sakurado to collaborate on a new wagashi.
What the? Me and her?
You've got to be kidding. There's no way that'll work.
This isn't the time for whining. Both your wagashi are great, and you two always stir up talk. If we use that excitement right, we might just revive this shopping district.
The chairman's gaze is serious as it falls on the two of them. Usually, Shizuka would snap right back, but this time, she stays quiet. She knows the district's survival might depend on taking action.
Fine, I guess I have no choice.
Damn it, let's do this then.
The next morning, a tense atmosphere fills the kitchen. Shizuka and Ken sit facing each other, both wearing grim expressions. Neither wants to break the silence first.
So what do we make?
You tell me. Got any ideas?
Aren't you gonna bend even a little?
Why should I? You first.
In the end, they can't seem to agree on anything. Still, they decide to start by making sample batches of what they each do best. As they keep experimenting, they discover something surprising.
Your yoken's not half bad, you know.
That matcha cream you made, well, I'll admit it's got decent flavor.
Through trial and error, they end up combining traditional yokan with Sakurado's cream, creating the matcha yokan sandwich.
This might actually work.
Yeah, it turned out better than I expected.
They stare at their finished wagashi, each quietly starting to respect the other's skills. But at this point, only they themselves realize this new feeling. Colorful lanterns sway above the shopping street. Stalls line both sides of the road. The air is cold in winter, but a warm, sweet scent drifts about. The booth selling Tachibana-ya and Sakurado's new matcha yoken sandwich is swamped with customers right from the start.
Wow, this is delicious. The sweet yoken and the slightly bitter matcha cream balance perfectly.
I never really ate wagashi before, but this could get me hooked.
People smile as they sample it, then quickly line up to buy. At first, Shizuka and Ken act like, of course it's selling, but deep down, they're relieved.
Hey, not bad, huh?
You're doing well yourself.
Their words are curt, but they're no longer barbed as before. They realize their relationship is starting to change now that they acknowledge each other's talent. After the event, people are packing up, and the shopping street is winding down. A full moon lights the sky, and the soft glow of a few remaining stalls lingers on the road. Shizuka has just finished cleaning up her booth when she notices Ken walking alone through the post-festival shopping street.
Hey!
Oh, what's up?
Ken stops and turns to her. She hesitates, then exhales softly.
I just wanted to say thanks for today.
Whoa, that's rare. Didn't expect you to thank me.
Shut up. I'm just saying we only managed to make that wagashi because we teamed up.
Shizuka looks away, slightly embarrassed. Ken watches her profile, hands in his pockets, and a faint smile appears on his lips.
You know, you're a little more honest than before.
That's not true at all.
Shizuka turns away with a huff, her ears tinged red. Ken notices and smiles quietly without saying another word. A few days after the shopping district fair, Tachibana-ya is still busy. Shizuka barely has a moment to rest. Then one day, she hears commotion coming from the back of the shop.
Shizuka, your father just collapsed.
What?
In the Stark Hospital corridor, Shizuka listens anxiously to the doctor's explanation.
He'll be fine. There's no threat to his life. However, he does need some rest. Do you have someone to take over at the shop?
I'll do it myself.
And so, Shizuka takes full charge of Tachibana-ya on her own. She's helped her father before, but managing the entire operation alone is a first. Handling inventory, cooking, serving customers, doing the books. She must do it all. Her father needs to stay hospitalized for a few days of complete rest. It seems he overworked himself. While worried about her father, Shizuka is determined to keep the shop afloat. Meanwhile, over at Sakurado, Ken is busy prepping ingredients in the kitchen, but he can't stop glancing toward Tachibana-ya.
I wonder if she's okay.
After some hesitation, Ken heads over to Tachibana-ya one night, walking through the quiet shopping street. He finds Shizuka alone in the back, cleaning up.
Hey, are you all right?
This has nothing to do with you.
That's not true. Anybody can see you're pushing yourself too hard.
Just leave me alone. I can handle this by myself.
Shizuka tries to act tough, but exhaustion is clearly etched on her face. Ken wants to help, but doesn't know how to say it.
Damn it, what am I even doing?
Ken leaves Tachibana-ya, worried about each other yet unable to be honest. They keep missing each other's signals. Autumn has passed, and the shopping district plans an early winter festival. Small fireworks illuminate the night sky, casting colorful lights over the town. People's laughter echoes. Warm steam from food stalls drifts into the crisp air, creating a cozy atmosphere. Shizuka's father remains hospitalized for tests, but according to the doctors, he's recovering well. Though relieved, Shizuka is clearly tired from running the shop alone all this time.
What am I even doing?
Muttering to herself, she heads towards Sakurato's stall. Lately, she's been thinking about Ken more and more. She used to get angry just thinking about him, but now it feels different. Whenever she remembers the matcha yoken sandwich they made together, her heart warms a little. At his stall, Ken is busily serving customers. He laughs and chats with them while swiftly wrapping wagashi after wagashi. Shizuka watches him silently for a moment.
He acts so carefree, but I know he's been worried about my shop.
After her father collapsed, running Tachibana-ya alone turned out tougher than she'd ever imagined. From managing the shop to supplies to perfecting her craft, there was just too much to handle by herself. Ken offered to help a few times, but each time she insisted, "I'm fine," trying to be strong. The truth is, maybe she really did want his support.
Hey, got a minute?
Huh? What's this? You don't usually come talk to me.
Ken looks surprised, then grins.
Oh, I get it. You're here to spy on my new creation, aren't you?
No, I want you to taste this.
Ken, momentarily astonished, takes the item with a serious look. Inside the wrapping is a yokon-shaped wagashi, but there's whipped cream in the middle.
Seriously, you made this?
I decided to take a page from your book. I thought I'd try adding something new to our tradition.
Ken takes a bite. The smooth sweetness of yoken and the light texture of the whipped cream blend unexpectedly well. He stays silent for a moment.
This is good.
So what do you think? A wagashi that's not just about tradition.
Ken takes another bite, then looks intently at Shizuka.
I've got to admit, I'm shocked. Never thought you'd pull something like this.
I can change too.
Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about.
His expression is serious. Shizuka hesitates for a split second, then nods. They walk side by side along a quiet back alley. Shizuka notices Ken isn't speaking. It's unusual for him to search for the right words like this.
What is it?
Shizuka breaks the silence first. Ken keeps his hands in his pockets, then quietly speaks.
You've changed a bit lately.
Have I?
You used to ignore everything I said, but now you're even trying out my ideas.
Shizuka lets out a small laugh.
Well, you used to mock my yoken nonstop, but now you respect it, don't you?
Ken looks slightly embarrassed. He slowly raises his eyes to the night sky.
Hey, I want to ask you something. What do you think of me?
Shizuka feels her heart skip a beat.
You're my rival.
Ken exhales softly.
Yeah, I figured. But that's not all, right?
Shizuka clenches her fist. If she admits it's not just that, there's no turning back. But if she doesn't admit it, they'll just keep missing each other again. She looks up at Ken.
Why do you want to know?
Because there's something I need to say to you directly.
He looks more serious than she's ever seen him.
I like you.
Shizuka's heart feels like it's been squeezed. His words are more straightforward and stronger than she expected. He's not joking or teasing. He's dead serious. And because she knows that, she has no idea how to answer. But Shizuka doesn't run away.
I think maybe I feel the same. I find myself worrying about what you think. I'm happy when you acknowledge me. I'm frustrated when you make fun of me. And yet, I enjoy being around you.
Struggling for the right words, she continues.
But I also want to keep competing with you. I never want to lose, and I don't want you to lose either.
Ken smiles gently.
I feel the same way.
They stand there quietly for a while, saying nothing. But it's not awkward. They're not sure how to define this new relationship yet. However, one thing's certain. They're drawn to each other. They care about each other. And they'll probably keep challenging each other forever. Ken cracks a small smile.
All right then, let's keep this up, rival.
Shizuka smiles too.
Sure, same to you.
A few weeks after the winter festival, a new sign goes up in the shopping district. It's a joint store opened by Tachibana-ya and Sakurato, displaying the collaborative wagashi they've created. Ken stands in front of Tachibana-ya's entrance. Shizuka folds her arms, looking at him with a mix of challenge and affection.
I have a feeling we'll be competing with each other our whole lives.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be so bad.
And so, their new story begins right here,